Okay, so there's been some talks going around on the internet regarding what GM Authority talked about for this Camaro. And I know you guys want my opinion on it because you guys are like a huge Camaro fan base. I feel like that's majority of my fan base here. Excuse me as I'm getting to the car, getting ready for work. You know, boy, getting fresh with the button up and everything, looking all dapper done. But like I'm saying here though, we're gonna talk about the Camaro post, which GM Authority put out there that's saying that the plans has broken. It's been broken like a part. And yeah, I'll let you know what I think about it and what GM should do next. Yeah, I'm not taking the Camaro today because the daily is parking it. Got too many cars in the driveway, so this the car I'm taking. Otherwise, I give you guys like a cold start and everything of the build. So what I think about it. So overall, there was a post by GM Authority, and GM Authority is saying that, hey, executives was talking about, I'll put it on my phone here so I can kind of like remember the article because I read it like last night and stuff. But if you guys haven't seen it so far, it's pretty much overall view is just GM Authority saying that, hey, GM executives was talking about building a 7th generation Camaro, but look like plans has been broken apart, blown apart, however they put it. But it's not really too much like more information outside of that, saying that, you know, the common stuff like this the post I'm talking about. This is the post I'm referring to here if you guys can see it. But, you know, talking about there's effort for it, but it's not fully there. But, you know, GM is more worried about, you know, the sales plummeting and that there's not too much demand for it, which I feel like it is, but it isn't. Because we all know how GM pretty much like build cars, man. Like they be on a good phase where they build something dope and then they fall off. They build something dope and camera about to fall down on me. They build something dope, but they fall off. And there's multiple cars that they have built that was good and they fell off of it. So if we had to go all the way back to like shoot, I try to think about so many brands they done messed up. Like I'm not even gonna just mentally go through that because it's like too early for it. But the history of it, like I don't know, like they built the Cadillac XLR. That was pretty dope, but I mean, not too people wanted that car. When they did like the car that I'm in, like an Impala, like they know what body style the Impala was good, but now they just destroyed like the legacy of it. You know, the 67s, 69s, all that year of Impalas. And I'm in like a regular daily. Like just killed the like vibe of that. GM just known for doing stuff like that. So, me, in my opinion, what GM should do to like revitalize the brand, I feel like they should be doing what they did back in the past trade shows to bring the cars back. It's like it don't have to be a Camaro. It can be like a Monte Carlo. It can be whatever like, you know, brand that they have, like I discussed in the previous videos, like different ideas. But if they want to bring the Camaro back, I say they should bring back the 3rd gen or the 1st gen body style. Me personally, I feel like they should go back to the 1st gen because that's like the most iconic looking Camaro. Like kind of, you know, take a recipe out of Ford book when they revitalized the Bronco. So I feel like if they do the 1st gen all over again, that would be dope. And plus, the 1st gen, a lot of people don't know, is that the 1st gen is the lightest Camaro ever built. So y'all can do your research on that. Of course, you know I'm gonna pop it on the screen because I like giving y'all facts, showing y'all receipts. But I say like if they go with that, the lightest Camaro ever, which is the 1st gen, that'll be dope in modern daytime. And then on top of that, they should do like take a segment out of BMW where they offer you 2 different variants of the car. So it should be manual transmission or automatic transmission, but they should offer it in 2 different type of driving patterns. So it can be the rear wheel drive, or they can do like BMW and make a all-wheel drive version or an overdrive version, and that'll be dope. That would like lock the game in if they decide to go with that 1st gen body style, making something completely different. And then the horsepower numbers, I think we'll all be happy regardless of what horsepower numbers they come out with. They can come out with 460, 475, whatever, because we all going to be happy just to see another Camaro. But It's just the fact that they got so many different options that they can do. And I feel like if they take that little bit of recipe from the BMW boys, but also make it lightweight, like the first year Camaro, like revitalizing that body style, or they can go back to a third gen body style, or they can stay with the sixth gen body style, but just revamp it more and then just fix like the little nuance that people complain about it. If people really complain about it, I know there's a lot of people I know that see my car and they say, man, I love the Camaro. I was going to get a Camaro, but for me, like the visibility is like the hardest part. So maybe if they like somehow tweak the visibility a little bit, I don't have a problem in it, but I'm a tall dude, so it's not that big of a deal. But I feel like, you know, if they just do that or bring like a nostalgia look for the 7 gen, or like, you know, kind of do like a kind of like a mixture of the two. I don't know how would that even look. I'm just saying stuff just to see how it would sound, but I can't see them blending like a first gen, third gen, and a sixth gen all together. That would look kind of like weird to me. That's what my mind going on. But yeah, I think they should just go with the nostalgia, go back to the roots on how they rebuild the Camaro, and just go back to the lightest weight Camaro, which is the first gen Camaro, make it an all-wheel drive or a rear-wheel drive. Put some decent amount of horsepower in it, and then they stay with the A10 transmission and the manual transmission gearbox. I feel like this would be the most banging Camaro, because one, people like buying into cars based on feelings. If y'all haven't noticed that, like when it gets to like marketing, people like buying cars based on feelings and like the nostalgia they had growing up. And if GM can just touch on that instead of doing what they want to do and, oh, we're gonna make an EV this, like you see how they just did the Blazer. We went from a K5 Blazer to like the Jimmy Blazer, if y'all can remember that, and then from the Jimmy Blazer they came out with this new latest version of a Blazer, which is like a small downsize of like a Buick Enclave kind of. But then on top of that, they just made it an EV. And then they came out with some BS talking about, oh yeah, this is the fastest car that we ever did or whatever, but it was a Blazer EV. Like, really, GM? Y'all really gonna put that BS out there? But I mean, I feel like they so out of sync, and I feel like they do this a little bit. I feel like that'll bring the brand back, bring people back to like purchasing them more. Because there's a lot of Camaro fanboys and fangirls, you know. So I feel like also, GM, if y'all watching this too, like make sure y'all bring me in for the next review. I know y'all had like Amelia Hartford or whatever for, you know, the Corvette and all that stuff. Bring your boy in. Reach out to me. You know, I can go ahead and bring the masses to you. So yeah, because I don't sugarcoat nothing. So like that, man. If y'all guys like this video, y'all know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.